Sydney is being drenched by more heavy rain, which is leading to areas of flash flooding. Joining me now is Christy Lloyd, who is on the northern beaches at DY. Christy, what are conditions like at the moment?
Well, Kenny, conditions have eased for the time being here around DY on the northern beaches, but just a couple of hours ago, this stretch of road along Pittwater Road in DY, where I'm standing at the moment, was completely cut off by floodwaters. A number of motorists were caught off guard, becoming stranded in those floodwaters, impacting Pittwater Road just behind me. Now, the heavy rainfall is continuing at the moment around parts of Sydney and on the northern beaches as well, but the flash flooding here on Pittwater Road has receded for the time being, but we are expecting to see the heavy rain continuing throughout the remainder of the afternoon and the evening across large parts of Sydney. Now, there is a severe weather warning that remains in place for the entirety of Sydney and for central and southern parts of the New South Wales coast and through the adjacent inland areas as well. The warning is for heavy rain, which may lead to further areas of flash flooding, and we could see rainfall rates within 6 hours of up to 140 millimetres of rainfall. Sydney now has already recorded a year's worth of rain in 3 months. So very significant rainfall. This is the second time in just a month that the northern beaches is being hit by heavy rain and flash flooding. We also have a number of trees that have been uprooted across parts of the northern beaches as a result of the grounds that are completely saturated at the moment, and the severe weather is not over just yet.
All right, thanks very much for that, Christy. Let's go now to Danica DiGiorgio, who joins us from southern parts of Sydney. Danica, what is happening in Woronora? Because we have had some evacuation orders there.
And those evacuation orders are still continuing, Kenny. I want to give our viewers a bit of an idea of the current situation here and surrounding Bonnet Bay as well. You can see that these waters here on the main river, they are moving quite fast, but I've got to say they've certainly, that speed has slowed down in the last hour, and that's because the rain has subsided to an extent. It's still raining, but it's certainly not as bad as it was last hour. But that bridge that you saw over there, that's 8 metres, and that water level is still rising. If you look over here, a number of those properties, these are the houses that are of main concern simply because they are low-lying. So the SES has been out all day, door knocking, telling people to evacuate. In fact, in the last half an hour, an evacuation order has been issued for the southern parts of Woronora. People are asked to leave by 11:30, otherwise they risk being cut off by these flood waters. We are, though, expecting the peak to be around 1 p.m. this afternoon. The SES is reminding people to stay safe in these areas.
So I can probably give you an update regarding the low-lying areas of Woronora. So those evacuation warnings have recently been updated to evacuation orders. So people in those low-lying areas are subject to that evacuation order need to evacuate now. The water is rising and those areas are becoming quite dangerous.
Sydney's south has really been impacted overnight by this weather system. Cronulla South received around 150 millimetres of rainfall to 5 a.m. this morning. The Princess Highway at Cogra was also flooded. At around 2:30 a.m, an aged care facility in Cogra also had to be evacuated due to flood water. Kenny, we are expecting the conditions to continue later today as well as into tomorrow, but hopefully some dry conditions come Sunday.